All right, welcome to the Fantasy Football Report. We are back for 2024. Excited to get into this Fantasy Football Players Championship Draft. Hasan, how's it going?
Man, living the dream. And you want to give the people some changes on the channel?
Oh, definitely. We are also super excited to be joined tonight and for the foreseeable future, hopefully, by Kevin Szafraniec, who is, his work from RotoViz. He's been doing a great job over there on the writing side, the newsroom stuff, all these player takes, rookie takes. The draft is underway. But Kevin, how's it going?
Good. I did my first home league today, Dynasty League. That's super intense. Salary cap, rookie draft, free agent auction. It's always a good time. It's like my favorite draft of the year. So I'm ready to go. I'm ready to just knock another one out. So
let's do it. Yeah, all right. We're underway. We're starting with the 109. We've talked a little bit about how we want to approach this draft, but it obviously depends on who falls to us. Oh my goodness, Sam Laporta at 104. Ooh. Let's do it. Let's go.
Holy shit! It is 9:01 p.m. and we're off the rails already. What was the name of the team that selected him? Was it like the Romosexuals?
Vacated targets.
Vacated targets. Vacate that bankroll, bitch.
I really like Sam Laporta this year, obviously, and in this format, you can't really argue with going after your tight end early, but it does seem
I think that's actually pretty good. I mean, full disclosure, I think Sam Laporta is my highest drafted tight end, but not at this pricing. That said, I mean, if Sam Laporta is actually going to completely crush, oh good God, we're actually going to be facing a pretty good, tough question here.
We'll have.
Do we want Jamar and or JJ
and or Garrett Wilson?
Well, I think we can. Well, you had to say his name, but I think we might want Jamar or Justin Jefferson here.
Yeah, I'd be up for one of those two guys.
Over
you guys are not taking Wilson above either of them.
No, not for me. I would, again, I would. And it's so close, dude, because they're all in the same tier. So do we hope Garrett Wilson comes back?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I think just getting a little.
Okay, so now we have a really tough decision because the drafter at 8 took AJ Brown. What are you thinking here? Chase, Jefferson, Wilson, all I think about equally good options to me.
Yeah. I would just take whoever we have. Who do you have the lowest exposure to? Just take that guy.
I'd say I probably have the lowest exposure to Wilson, but I'd prefer Jefferson or Chase.
Right, no, I have the most exposure to Wilson. I have him on almost everywhere. I've just drafted so much from the 9th spot this year.
All right, Jefferson. Chase 9 is pretty rare. He's got the lowest ADP. That could set up some interesting builds.
Yeah, let's take him.
Want to go Chase?
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right.
I've been dropping a few guys in our queue here. So guys, it's been a summer. So how many drafts has everyone done? This is probably my lowest volume best ball year by bar none, man. I think it's down by a factor of 10 for me. So
yeah, I'm currently I'm rounding about. I just crossed 300 single QBs on Underdog and about 50 super flex and 120 pre-draft, and I think I did about 30 FFPC best balls. So
nice.
I can't really do the quick math, but I'm somewhere in I'm probably get close to 500 teams or so.
Yes, that's typically where I try to be, around 500 to 700, but I'm really low this year by a lot. I think I'm at 100 maybe.
I think I might still be in double digits.
Oh yeah,
you gotta get those numbers up.
I know. I gotta get going.
Ooh, there goes McBride.
There goes McBride. We might.
Well, I think.
Did you add guys to the queue? I don't see them showing up.
They keep getting picked.
Keep getting drafted. Okay. So, I mean, obviously, we can start to talk a little bit. There's at least one guy who might fall with these early tight end picks who would be kind of interesting and a little bit off brand for.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, there's two guys here who I think are very off brand, but are both very good picks. That's like the issue, right?
Yeah. So Kevin, when you're doing all these hundreds of drafts, yeah, Gibbs was the guy I was thinking of. When you're doing all the hundreds of drafts, are you typically are you always a 0 RB guy, or you look to mix it up, or?
Yeah, pretty much. I'd say 75 to 80% of the time, I'll do 0 RB, and then I'll just kind of, especially like with more of my the drafts I care about, like all my best ball manias. If I want to get silly with it, I'll do more in like a puppy or something like that when I start trying out my unique builds. But we're back on the clock now.
We are back on the clock.
I would think for me, this is like a Drake London pick.
You guys have any interest in Puka whatsoever?
I do have some interest in Puka.
Sure. I have very little Nakua, but
I'm good with either. I'm good with either one.
Yeah. All right, you want to pick?
Yeah, I'm okay with whoever. I mean, they're pretty.
You want Nakua? Even. Hasan, you good with Puka?
I don't care about Nakua. Yeah. I'm just not one of those Nakua. I'm just not one of those Nakua slappies, man.
I mean, he used to be going in the first round, and supposedly he's going to be ready for the start of the regular season. So, you're getting, I think, a little bit of a discount. For somebody who's probably going to be healthy the whole year.
Yeah, and you've also got a little bit of like the upside from like potentially Cup just not working out, right? Like or the fact that Cup might be dust.
That's
most of his offense is kind of contingent on Matthew Stafford staying, healthy throughout the year, right? Like,
yeah.
Like I mean, like I think part of it is just sort of like everyone's asking like who's going to be this year's Puka Nakua, and like there's no like direct, corollary for it, right? Also, no one really saw Puka Nakua coming, right? So, well, that's probably wrong because like I think a bunch of people sort of did, in a sense, but
there were some signs.
My
I don't
question
know that
for you
we'll
guys,
have one this year.
Yeah, my question is for you guys is: do you think Nakua has like a bigger ceiling this year? Or do you think like we saw his ceiling and we're just hoping that he lives up to kind of what he did? Because he had 150 targets last year. He had some ridiculous amount of targets, which was like basically one of the biggest target seasons we've ever seen from a rookie. So it's not like he has tons of room to grow, but at the same time, we're if he can just match what he did last year, he's still kind of a smash.
How much time did Cooper Kupp miss last year? I can't recall, right? Like Cooper Kupp was coming off like an ACL tear too, wasn't he?
Oh, was it an ACL? I don't know if it was that serious.
Was it like maybe a high ankle sprain or something?
Yeah,
it was something where he kind of got taken out.
No, I mean a couple of years ago, right? Like a couple of years ago,
did he tear his ACL a few years ago?
Yeah, a few years ago he did.
Yeah, I guess that's right.
Yeah, man. I don't know what's up with my computer.
He played 12 games in 2023.
Right. So like, I mean, it goes to follow. Like Nakua would see a pretty massive target share. Like you can't really expect him to really build upon that.
Yeah. And I mean, it wasn't only like he missed the first 4 games, but then even when he came back, he had a bunch of games with like less than 7 PPR points. Cup this is. So, yeah, I mean, on the one hand, you're thinking Puka's big target share was at least in part because Cup missed time. On the other hand, to Hasan's point, Cup might actually just be dust.
I mean, yeah, you don't know, right? Like that's like the whole thing is just sort of like if he is dust, right? Then like you can look at it back at like when you look at it from like hindsight bias perspective is like, oh, yep, we should have known that.
Yeah.
Like it's you want to avoid, like, the hardest thing obviously is like not taking guys who you think are gonna suck, because like we don't know, right? Like, I mean, we just don't know. Like, I mean, like, if you could see the future, sure, it's a whole different story then. But
that's, if there's anything you should take away from this show and anything we ever say, don't draft guys who you think are gonna suck.
Yeah, that's it. Don't try, and keep in mind, there's a lot of guys who suck out there. There's a lot of guys who suck. And it's not their fault, man. It's the NFL. It's a hard game, man. I mean, like, have you been seeing like everyone like getting back on the Rachaad White bandwagon?
The Rachaad White, yeah, I don't know what to make of that.
Yeah,
I never know when he goes in drafts, dude. Like, he goes, and I'm like, holy shit, we're doing this again.
There's certain players that I'm just blind to, and Rachaad White is definitely one of them. I mean, I draft off ADP, and I don't ever remember seeing Rachaad White's name like ever in a draft all summer. So it's just, I don't know. I just put the blinders. Rachaad White, Josh Jacobs, like, those guys just don't exist. Just,
what do you guys think about Robinson in the first round? Now that some coaching staff said he will be heavily involved, that scares me.
Yeah, I guess the question is there more injury risk if he's like handling a ton of carries between the 20s or something, rather than having his workload weighted toward high value touches?
That's not much you can do about that. I mean, but there's not much you can do about that, right?
Right.
Like,
I mean, and it sounds like that would be a reason to move him up if he's going to be heavily involved.
Yeah. Part of it is that, like,
oh, I see. The question is, what do you think about him? Are you even more excited?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, in all honesty, I think, to me, like, you've got like there's three guys who've got like truly, elite, game breaking ceiling, right? And it's McCaffrey, Brees, and Bijan. And I think if like anyone's gonna do it this year, it's one of Brees and or Bijan, right? Like, I will say, like, I don't understand where the hate for like Saquon's coming from this season, right? Both Saquon and JT are both pretty good bets. Jahmyr Gibbs is a good bet, right? Like, I think that this is all, holy cow, that is insanely early for Rashee Rice.
It is pretty early for Rice. Like, he's normally normally going in like the fourth, but we've been saying all offseason, basically, if you assume he doesn't have any disciplinary issues this year, he probably should be a second round pick.
Mm-hmm.
So can someone like remind me what like the disciplinary issues there were?
Well, so
like speeding or something?
Yeah, there was, and it sounds like the NFL is waiting for the legal process. Oh, saying his backup will be more involved. Well, Tyler Algier, of course, was on Sean's 0 RB candidate countdown for this year. So I do think that that's actually a serious thing to be aware of. It certainly doesn't move Robinson out of the first round. I think there's a way for them both to have value.
I don't think I'd be taking Rashee Rice earlier than like Drake London or Nico Collins or any of those guys.
Yeah, probably not earlier than London or Collins.
Right. But like, John, to that point, it's a good question. I also think I recall seeing like some Atlanta Falcons beat reporter saying it was going to be like a 60-40 split between like Bijan and Algier. And he was like, it would be like 500 like touches for like Bijan and 400 touches for Algier. And like, if they're going to have 900 running plays this year, right? I'll print out your comment and eat it.
Before you do that, let's make this pick. We're on the clock.
Yeah. This is probably.
You could go Neighbors. You could go Waddle. You could go Kyle Pitts here.
I think we go. Shit.
What do you think, Kevin?
I mean, off the top, I'd go Neighbors and see if we can get Pitts to wrap around, but I have no problem if we want to just make sure we snatch up an elite tight end. We can grab Pitts now.
I think we go Waddle, actually, but
I'm okay with all three of them.
For me, it would be between Neighbors and Pitts.
All right.
So break the tie there, Hasan.
Take the tight end. No, take Neighbors.
We auto drafted Neighbors.
All right, that's
he
fine.
was top.
All right, we're gonna have to take tight end on the way back anyway.
Pitts
now.
goes right after, of course. I mean, Kittle is like a late 4th rounder, but I don't have a big problem reaching for him if we wanted to do that.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to, right? Like, I think that like after if Kittle doesn't go, then it's like Brock Bowers that we're gonna have to reach for.
Right. Yeah, I mean, either reach for Kittle. Ingram might make it back to us, but I actually kind of prefer Kittle.
I prefer Kittle.
Yeah.
I didn't realize Evan Ingram's ADP is in the early
late 3rd as of in the last 2
days.
Yeah.
See, Resef is right. Brees had one game with over 80% snap share last year, week 18, even lead RB split time now. Yeah, that is correct, dude. It's just more so can you make the most of your touches? And these are guys who absolutely can make the most of their touches. Right? Like these are guys who are just gonna they're so good, man. I'm so excited to see them again. You know what I mean? Like it's been a long time. You know, we had a little bit of college football yesterday, and that was an exciting game. If any of you guys watched it, but you know, waiting for the main event in a couple of weeks, that's when like everybody like has their overreactions, and what a fun time it'll all be for us. I can't wait. So I think for us, like it's gonna have to be tight end here, Ingram and or Kittle. I'm thinking it might be.
Whoa!
Oh, wow!
Somebody's watching.
Well.
I mean,
that's actually really like that's a really sick team. Garrett Wilson, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jalen Waddle, George Kittle. Like in another life, that's like what we're drafting, dude.
Exactly. Yeah.
So we're on the clock. I mean, Ingram's still there, but I really would much rather take guys we like and kind of push the tight end pick.
Yeah, I think
I'm thinking Devontae Smith here.
I'm thinking Devontae Smith. I'm thinking DJ Moore.
Yeah, I'm probably out on Moore at this point.
Moore. All right, we can take Smith.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, I think there'd be a better case to be made on DJ Moore if Smith wasn't there.
Ayuk would have been kind of interesting too.
He fell last night. I did my first Fantasy Pros draft yesterday, and he fell to me in the. I think I was like I think I had the 4th pick, and I think I got him in the 5th round. So
yeah,
he's sliding with that contract.
Yeah, right.
Uncertain.
Why? So is he gonna like hold out? He's just not gonna play?
I think he'll sign by. I think he'll be in the building by the time the season opens. But who am I? I'm just some guy.
I doubt he'll miss any time. But yeah, right, exactly. We're just kind
of. I mean, you'd think that we'd have the same issue with Jamar Chase, and here we are not having that issue with Jamar Chase, right? So
yep.
So we're just gonna have to live it up on that end. So let's start working backwards a little bit, right?
So if we're thinking about tight end picks that we are definitely going to have to reach for, I think you're looking at either Njoku or Bowers in the 6th.
Yeah, probably. Well, we'll see, right? I don't expect these guys to start like all reaching for tight end now. I'm not expecting that. And if that happens, then so be it, right? Like, if that happens, then so be it.
Yeah, we're falling values at other spots. So
yeah, right. You don't. I mean, right. I don't think we should consider a tight end in the 5th.
No, I think we can go running back or wide receiver. There's like a couple of running backs that I find to be pretty interesting in that price range as well. What? Man,
you said you found running backs interesting in that price range.
Yeah.
my entire like screen is so frozen. I have no idea what is going on.
Gotta get that super fast internet. I don't know.
It's not really the internet.
Yeah, you are a little behind. Like your video is behind your audio a bit.
Oh wow. Good stuff.
Yeah.
That's how you know, man. That's how you know. First show back. We didn't exactly have a preseason.
Knocking the rust off, baby. Just get
this
those
is the
reps in.
preseason for us. Yeah. This is when we work
Well,
out the kinks.
we're also drafting a team that I want for us to win and be in the main event next year, right? So
yeah, right, for sure.
Really, it's probably just my laptop that's dying. I should.
And now you're muted. All right. Well, I'm hoping some of these running backs that Hasan said he liked go off the board, so we don't have to discuss them.
the Rashad White hype is getting to Hasan. He's just feeling it in his bones. You know, I might have been wrong, but you know what?
There's literally one running back I care about in this range, and I think he might be gone. One day I'll tell you guys if I can ever get back into the actual. Yeah, there we are. We're back. Oh, he's gone. It doesn't matter. I was thinking of James Cook.
Yeah, Cook is probably the one name that. Well, Kenneth Walker I like too, but
I mean Kenneth. But okay, so the actual ones that I really care about are like going fairly late, right? Like I think. Where'd it go? Here we are. I'm just gonna write his name in the chat, private chat.
Not
the work chat.
I'm on board with that.
Yeah,
it's just I think that's heard that name recently.
That's someone. I mean, he's actually my most rostered. He's actually my most rostered quarterback, running back. I think about 34%. Wow. But I have like 34% at like an ADP of like 11th round.
Oh,
11th and a half round.
You're not taking him at 11 overall.
Yeah, like maybe a little bit later. So like I think it's somewhere between like the 11th, 12th round. I mean, it only took like an entire off season to get like his like value back up, right? Like there's another one who I'm also fairly aggressive on. Like I've got a lot of, and he's also another guy who was a really easy click when you're taking him so late. Mostly because people chased him up really early last year. He was hurt, but like, again, these are just like all easy clicks. You know,
where that guy's going is a range where like. If the wide receivers in his round are still on the board, I'm always taking them.
Absolutely. But like where he was going, like in May, June, was like nowhere close to that.
Yeah,
like,
right.
You could get all those guys and then just take him, and like, you're like, oh, this is great.
We will reveal the player we're talking about in a few rounds when he comes off the board.
Or if he comes off the board now.
Yeah,
maybe you guys can guess. There's a couple of them. One is someone who Benny Gretsch is really big on, and the other one Sean just put on a if slides, as it is slides kind of guy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude. Like my computer is I have no idea what it's doing. Frankly, it's like I think it's like updating everything in the background, which is really annoying. But let's talk.
Yeah, we're coming up on a range where we have one player in the queue, and if he goes off the board, then it gets a little bit gross.
Yeah. I mean, it gets kind of
There he goes,
and
there he goes. That sucks. So we really wanted Stephon Diggs there, but that sucks.
And McLaurin would have been kind of interesting too.
Yeah, Terry McLaurin would have tied the room together. I kind of like Deontay here, if I'm being honest. Like he might be a bit of a reach, but whatever.
So I'd rather reach for a tight end if we're going to reach that far. But is there anyone a little bit...
I think we can win in tight end. I don't think the three guys behind us are taking tight end.
I don't know.
I don't think they are. They are.
They're probably not. And I think we could wait on tight end. There's just not, unless we want to get an elite quarterback, there's just not a lot.
I don't think I care about a quarterback here. Like if Mahomes is the only guy to go off, like I don't want Josh Allen.
Right. I don't think we should do that. All right, talk me into someone then.
I'm telling you, Deontay Johnson, JSN, Rome Odunze.
Well, I like all those guys. I just don't think we have to take them this early.
Yeah, you don't think so?
They're going after both Bowers and Njoku.
Yeah, right. They're going after the tight ends we were talking about.
All right. Amari Cooper, I don't mind Lamar. I can take George Pickens, take it or leave it.
What do you think of Pickens?
I'm starting to get a little more Pickens lately. I was really off him early in the summer, but I mean, I'm starting to take him a little more as it winds down because I'm super underexposed. So
you want to go Pickens here?
Yeah,
we can take Pickens, and then we can take one of Njoku and or Brock Bowers on the way back.
Right. Yeah. Assuming they don't get picked in the next 6 picks, I don't think they will either. But tight ends are going crazy. People are crazy for tight ends in these leagues. Yeah, Pickens is an interesting play. Like he's going in the 4th round, like almost into the 3rd round in some underdog drafts, or at least he was. I think his price is slipping a little bit. But
I mean, it's because you don't even think about it.
It's so hard to click his name.
Yeah,
I mean, but like also when you're thinking about basketball, you don't really have to play him, right? Like he's not someone that you're gonna have to like set and put in your you don't have to put him in your lineup.
Yeah, right? Maybe a veteran basketball guy. I was talking with Pat the other day, and he brought up the idea that Pickens maybe actually fits the Arthur Smith offense a little better than someone like Drake London did. We saw A.J. Brown actually be pretty productive in Tennessee with Arthur Smith. So maybe Pickens is more like that, and we could actually see something good.
Yeah, I think between Matt Canada and Arthur Smith, Pickens has kind of gotten a raw deal on OCs in his career so far. So I mean, it can't be any worse than it was with Canada.
What you guys didn't see you guys didn't see the 3 starting tight ends? They had like all 3 of them: Michael Pruitt and Pat Fryermuth and whatever the third guy.
Darnell Washington,
Darnell Washington. NPCs, man. Oh, David Montgomery goes. What a pick. Damn, man. The people hate Rashad White. And they hate James Conner. What the hell is going on here? And they hate Lamar Jackson.
Yeah. You sometimes see quarterbacks go early, but it's different every time.
There goes Lamar Jackson.
All right, we're gonna get one of our tight ends.
Yeah, that's the way it goes, right? So we're gonna get both of them if we wanted to.
I think for me it would be Bowers, but
me too. But
I think that would be 3 of us.
All right.
We're really fucking doing this with the Oakland Raiders, huh? Jesus Christ.
Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah,
it's a real fucking gamble, guys. It's a real gamble.
Well, even with when I wrote a Bowers for the site, like people kind of dump on Luke Getsy, but like Cole Kmet broke out with Getsy as offensive coordinator. I'm not saying it's going to be the same thing, but like he got Kmet involved, and even after they got DJ Moore, like the first season Kmet had a really efficient season. The second season that when DJ Moore came over, he had an even better season. So
yeah,
I mean, I'm not saying that Getsy's the answer for that Oakland or Las Vegas team, but like he at least he has some proven track record with this tight end.
No, because they're starting Gardner Minshew quarterback. You know what the answer for that Las Vegas team is? It's a fucking napalm bomb. That's the answer.
We're going just like in the stand. It's just all Vegas is just
if you've ever seen like Apocalypse Now, where like I think it's Sylvester Stallone. I can't remember who it is. It's like, I love the smell of napalm in the morning, and it's like, yeah, me too. Especially if it's aimed at the Las Vegas Raiders.
Striving to be mediocre every season since.
Mediocre, dude. Mediocrity is like a welcome respite for them.
That's what they're striving for. Not saying they achieve it. Yeah. That's where they're going. That's where
they haven't reached it yet.
Bullseye mediocrity.
If you've ever been to Vegas, so it's a pretty sick like location, like very central, where it's like built and stuff. It's pretty cool. So like I wanted to ask you guys this, like, do you think there's like any like on a scale of 1 to 10, how funny would it be if Anthony Richardson was actually like bad? Like, I think to me it would be I I think from like a funny perspective, it would be like an 8 on 10, and then from like a personal like bag holding perspective, it would be like a -2 on 10 because I'm gonna have a tough season. But I want to get your guys' thoughts.
Yeah, Kevin just wrote a piece that's going to be up probably tomorrow morning on Richardson, so I do want to hear his take in particular.
Well, yeah, I kind of say like, especially after the week that he's had with the Bengals taunting him and razzing him the whole week. Like Anthony Richardson still looks like Anthony Richardson. Like, I mean, if you were on him, you're still on him. If you weren't on him, then you're not on him. Like, it doesn't really change anything for me. Like, just watching his reps in that third preseason game, I don't think it was like a true representation of what he's going to be during the season, because literally he broke the pocket twice on like 14 or 15 dropbacks, and I don't see any regular season game where that happens for him. So, yeah. I mean, I don't think it really changes anything. There actually was a good video that I found on Twitter of like somebody breaking down his footwork and like why he's so inaccurate. And if you can work on that stuff, like maybe you can get it together. And like all the reports that I've heard about him since he got drafted is he's like a hard worker and he wants to be great and he wants to get better. So I say cautious optimism. Like, but for this year, I mean, if you're expecting him to be an elite passer, like, no, it's not going to happen. He's Anthony Richardson. You know, we know what we're getting from him. You know,
yeah.
So. Man, does anybody else just love the shit out of Team 2? I fucking love that guy, dude.
Yes. I mean, it actually.
Bro, he saw like Rashad White.
That could be a good team.
He saw like Rashad White coming back, and he was like, "These dumb motherfuckers." Like, who the fuck lets Rashad White slide all the way to the back end of the 6th round?
You gotta grab the value when it falls to you.
Thanks for the donation, right?
Yeah, that's what he's thinking. Hey, and I'm not ragging on the guy because I think he's probably going to win this.
Yeah, he's saying to us, thanks for our donation.
Right, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
How are you guys feeling about Team 4? Because that's the guy that went Laporta, or the team that went Laporta right off at the 4 spot, and he's kind of reaching across the board. I want to say, I don't know where all those guys ADPs. I mean, he did take Worthy, but
that actually was a good pick by Team 2.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, I mean, Team 11's pretty sick too. For anyone who's listening to this on audio, Team 11 is Garrett Wilson, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jalen Waddle, George Kittle, Amari Cooper, and Lamar Jackson. Team 2 is Christian McCaffrey, Travis Etienne, Mark Andrews, James Cook, Patrick Mahomes, Rashad White, and Jackson Smith-Njigba. And Team 4 is Sam Laporta, Travis Kelce, Rashee Rice. By the way, Rashee Rice earlier than Drake London, Nico Collins, Cooper Kupp, Deebo Samuel, Malik Neighbors, Jalen Waddle, and Devontae Adams, Joe Mixon, Xavier Worthy, and DeAndre Swift. Oh man, I really hope Team 4 just takes Hollywood Brown and completes like the trifecta of damn, there goes Javonte. That sucks. That was one of our guys.
2 picks that were really at the top of our queue right there, just going back to back. That's a bummer.
Yeah, Javonte. Yeah, so that's such a like. See, this is what I was saying is like I'm like loaded up to the gills in Javonte on like the 11th round, right? Like the 10th round. Like I don't know, but yeah, I don't really have
before he got
right?
steamed.
Yeah, before he got steamed, right? Like essentially before like Ben Gretsch publishes like rankings and Sean started talking him up and shit, right? And it's like you know, you guys are just making my life harder, you know. Because like for a while, like there was like that really stupid rumor going around on Twitter, right, where it was like, oh, Javonte is gonna get caught, and it's gonna be like a combination of Jaleel and Audric Estime and like whatever the third guy is, who I can't remember, right? And just like a heads up for our listeners, right? Like if you're listening to like Benjamin Albright, right? I would strongly recommend you guys to do a little bit more due diligence on him as like a person. Because he deleted a lot of really funny tweets, like I've been crying about his ex-wife and his like fucked up dick and like a whole bunch of other things that like he's posted. And like if you this is who like you guys are respecting and getting like your news from, right? Like and putting your money, like hard-earned money behind it, right? I think he lied about like I think he lied about like, you know, some other stuff. I'm gonna have to look this up now.
I honestly have no clue who that is. So.
Pathological liar Broncos reporter Ben Albright posts about cringe confessions about sexting his ex, gets called out for her by lying again. Like, You guys, yeah, it's just so funny. Anyway, I think
a normal Tuesday for any of us, right?
Exactly. I mean, I don't know about which one of you guys don't do this in your spare time. Anyway,
I do make
but yeah, so.
I was going to say I do make sure to spend 5 minutes a day crying about each of my exes from the past. so I'm there with them. So I don't know. Don't be coming at my man like that.
Yeah, I do think, man, we're in such a tough ass like spot here right now, right? Because there's just from like an ADP perspective.
I think there's a clear pick if he falls to us.
Yeah, I think so too.
And if we get it, then we'll say it. We'll 3, 2, 1 say it at the same time.
Oh, Najee Harris just went. That was
bummer.
I'm not sure, so I'll let you guys do the synchronized countdown. But
all right,
no, you have to guess too. We'll all say it.
Yeah, you all say it at the same time
because it'll be hilarious if it's 3 different people.
There's one thing between like underdog and FFPC though, is like it's so after being so heavy in underdog, coming over to FFPC and like getting the wide receiver values on a lot of stuff, like it's very hard for me to pass up like some of the receivers that I'm so used to like snatching up automatically underdog to kind of like, you know, you get in the 0 RB zone and there's still guys on underdog that are probably going to like the 6th or so that are still like hanging around. So it's kind of like a mindset shift that, you know, I'm not 100% used to yet.
My guy's still there. 3, 2, 1. Jaden Reed.
Elliott.
Jaden Reed. Oh yeah, I think Reed's actually a pretty good pick here. Yeah, I was gonna say Resif. That was the guy who I was gonna say.
Dunze's not bad, but I prefer Reed. Or we could go Ezekiel Elliott, Kevin's guy.
Yeah. He's got a big bounce back. All you need to do is go back to Dallas, and it'll be fine.
Do you think we can take both?
I don't know if Zeke's going to fall any further.
2 players in 1 pick.
Can we trade this pick? Trade out of the 8, like the next pick, and trade up to 7-10. No. Let's take Reed.
Yeah.
So if Odunze does somehow make it back, that's who I'd want. If not, I do think we want to. I mean, it sucks losing out on like Mostert. I kind of liked him. I do think we could walk out of here with Chase Brown and or Jonathan Brooks.
Yeah.
I mean, Ramondre Stevenson, this is very late for him too, and I think that this is actually probably a fine spot to take him. Whether you like it or not, like it's a
little late for him.
Yeah, I found myself starting to take. I just kind of faded him at the beginning of the season, but then like probably a couple of weeks before
he just got so cheap, dude. Yeah, he just got so cheap.
He's normally going at the end of the 6th, so this would be quite a discount.
Yeah, I would much rather have Ramondre. So what's the difference between Ramondre Stevenson and Rashad White, or Ramondre Stevenson and Zamir White, and Ramondre Stevenson and Aaron Jones, or Ramondre Stevenson and David Montgomery, or Ramondre Stevenson and like Alvin Kamara, realistically, right?
Yeah.
There goes Rome.
I'm not sure I don't just straight up prefer Chase Brown over all the guys you just mentioned, though.
Well, I think that's also kind of wrong in that like Ramondre doesn't necessarily have a lot of like competition in the backfield, and I think they're going to be starting Drake May to start with.
Yeah.
I thought I saw clips today of like what's his name getting hurt in the preseason game. Oh, there goes Jonathan Brooks. That sucks.
That would have been probably not the right pick for our team that doesn't have any running backs, but it would have been interesting.
But that's kind of what I'm saying is that like with like Stevenson is like what sucks is even though we kind of don't necessarily want him, he's going to get 18 touches a game.
Yeah. I'm good with him if he falls. I'm good with him if he falls.
Yeah, I think Ramondre is better than all those guys that the Rashad Whites and the Aaron Joneses and all the guys that Hasan listed off. Like I in a vacuum, I take Ramondre over all of them. So.
And there goes Chase Brown.
About that.
I mean, there goes Chase Brown. But like again, like the thing with the Chase Brown is if you missed out on Chase Brown, like there's no reason why we can't take Zach Moss later, right? Well, and if we are thinking about Zach Moss, Well, but Zach Moss is much cheaper.
Yeah, that's Chase Brown is much better.
Well, there goes Zach Moss. I'd rather have Ramondre than any of these guys, right?
Yeah.
I'm good with Ramondre here. Is there any news we're missing? Like, is there any reason he'd be falling this far?
No, except for like
49 seconds to find something.
Patriots expect more explosive runs out of Ramondre Stevenson.
Yeah, me
Ramondre Stevenson's 2024 personal goals. Is that him eating like a tomahawk steak? Sick.
Oh no,
my goal too.
Just on the tomahawk steak alone, he's a clear pick.
My goals are the same as Ramondre Stevenson's goals. Where we're just gonna be in seriousness, there's absolutely nothing about him about like injury or any of that.
Yeah, I don't see anything
I think we're clear.
All right, we got him.
Ladies and gentlemen,
first running back.
Wow,
Ramondre Stevenson.
I mean, like, why would you take Zach Moss over Ramondre? Right?
I agree with that. Yeah.
Maybe
there are a lot of guys that went ahead of him that I wouldn't have taken before.
Yeah, that's right, Resif. Maybe other drafters are scared off by the Pats injury rather than hype. Like I'm actually saying that we should be doing this because Drake May is gonna probably play 17.
Stevenson had a season when he was catching a lot of passes, and that's usually if you want to buy a piece of a bad offense, receiving running back is maybe one of the best.
Wait, I forgot that there's like a chat feature. Lol, the Rashad White slide continue. The hate is real. I am the comeback king.
Oh,
sorry, this is jamming out FFPC. The comeback king by Corey Feldman. All right, so there goes Brian Robinson. So I think we had this like fairly well thought through, which is nice. You can't say that a lot about us, that we have a lot of things well thought through, but I think this pick was well thought out.
Yeah. In the last few seconds.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us would have been like pounding the table for Stevenson, but when you can get him, 15 picks past ADP.
15 picks? Was that late?
He's going at 612.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's not bad. Oh, I wanted Brian Thomas. That's a good pick. There you go, CJ Stroud. I mean, this is frankly, this is pretty late for these quarterbacks, right? Like,
a little bit.
Like that's why I'm thinking
this is more like what you see in a main event, not Daniels would have been interesting for us.
But this is where I'm saying that I think we have one very clear quarterback pick if he somehow slides back to us.
Yeah.
If it's the guy you put in the chat, then I maybe won't agree. But
we don't. You don't think Bo Nix is the right pick right here?
I mean, it's fine. I want to get if we're gonna take him or any quarterback, I want to get him at like a really good price.
Yeah, no, and just so we're not gonna get sniped, so it doesn't matter. But like, so just so you guys know, it's like I'm saying like there's like a stacking argument to be made here for Jamar Chase because of how late kind of Joe Burrow seems to be sliding here, right? So like if anyone in the chat has any thoughts on that. Please put them in there. I love reading your thoughts. It's the thing that keeps me going, frankly.
Hasan's gonna give out his personal email in a minute, so you can tell him.
Feel free to tweet at me at HRR5010 or find me on Blue Sky, same. Or you can actually email me.
Here's my phone number.
Yeah.
Here's my phone number. Text
Call me anytime.
Call me. I'm around 24/7.
Tell me why my quarterback pick is wrong.
Tell me. Yeah. So I did want to get your guys' thoughts here on the quarterback picks. About particularly about Caleb Williams. I feel like his price is somehow like cool. I don't understand what's going on there.
Yeah.
This is whoever like Team 6 getting CJ Stroud there. That's a really good pick. It's a really good pick.
I've seen Stroud fall a ton in a lot of drafts, and I gobble him up anytime. Like, I don't understand it because I think he's right up there with Mahomes this year. I mean, obviously,
there goes. I mean,
didn't really do it, but
there goes
there
Burrow
goes
to the
Burrow.
T. Higgins drafter. That's actually, that's right around where he's going, his ADP. So I don't think we should reach for a QB. I think there are guys much later who are fine for our build. So I'm not in a hurry to grab a QB.
Yeah, Resif. I think that's actually the thing is that like people like stacking. It's actually kind of nice to see stacking having had actually become part of like the actual like lexicon almost, right? Like now you have to like kind of navigate the late round quarterback drafting versus like stacking, and you have to like try the trade off. What actually makes that CJ Stroud pick so interesting is that drafter actually has Nico Collins and Stephon Diggs, which I can respect.
Yeah, and got Stroud at a pretty good value too.
Nice. Exactly. That's actually nice. He also picked Keenan Allen, so that's like another tight end, right? Like he got.
I actually love that team. Team 6 might be my favorite team.
Yeah. Team 6 is he doesn't have a tight end, right? Well, I mean, I guess Keenan Allen at 380 pounds or whatever he is now.
Yeah, so he's converting, right? Isn't he? His tight end, his position did we change?
Yeah,
left tackle.
So the one thing I will not fault Keenan Allen for at all, right? Is like I don't know if you guys have been to Chicago, right? But like, when you go to Chicago, like the deep dish pizza, it really is like eating lasagna, right? But like if you got fat because all you did was eat their hot dogs, like I don't blame him, man, because those hot dogs are like the best hot dogs on earth, dude. They're like fucking pickle and like the spices and like celery. Oh, it's so good. Chicago has done it good. So like I just imagining like Keenan Allen sitting there eating like 6 of these in a go, right? Like while they're doing a duck tour or something. Like
he's all vegan in Los Angeles and LA, Chicago, and he just gets
gotta look good for the beach in LA, but in
he's
Chicago.
like he's like you gotta put in the pounds, dude. It's gonna get cold out there, man. Right. Soldier Field is not an easy place to play. I think with Joe Burrow coming off the board, I don't care about quarterback now.
I mean, there are guys in like the 13th, 14th round that I like. So
well, I mean, like realistically, I would like for one of Jordan Love and or Caleb Williams here, but I don't really care. This team with like Xavier Worthy and Rashee Rice has like four running backs. I don't know what they're doing. Oh wow, there goes Anthony Richardson going after Jaden Daniels and Joe Burrow and Dak. That's actually pretty late.
And I was gonna say, I mean, you guys are off quarterback. We only have the one running back, but I would not be opposed to a specific quarterback right here. I don't know if there's any debate on it. So I'm cool with pushing it as well, but I'm not 100%.
There's one quarterback I would consider here, but I think there may be other picks that could be better.
Yeah. Well, my biggest issue is that like Anthony Richardson went that late, right? Like,
Jordan. Was that the guy? Yeah,
that was probably the guy. Yeah, so like I mean, the issue is that like, Anthony Richardson and Jordan Love would have changed our calculus quite a bit, right? Fuck, I have like almost no interest in this like receiver here, man.
The one in the queue.
Yeah, I kind of wanted Tajay.
I did too.
Yeah, this is. I say
I'm gonna put another crazy person in the queue. You tell me.
He's not crazy. I actually have a really good pick here. I think that's I
haven't seen.
Actually, I think we might want to take Jordan Addison here, and then we can get this guy on the way back.
I'm okay with Addison. Is there any concern that he might not play the whole season?
I don't. I mean, he's our 6th wide receiver. Like, I kind of don't really care.
I think and his court date is during their week 6 bye, so still probably.
And his dog was having like an emergency like medical situation, right? Like if you're a judge and you're choosing to censure him, like you should lose.
But like, it's the second time he's been arrested for this, I think, right? Not arrested. I don't know.
I think the first time was the dog thing where he was speeding, and then this time he just literally fell asleep in the middle of the highway in LA, I think.
I mean, as our wide receiver 7, I'm okay with it. If you guys want Addison.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I think he's actually a pretty good pick here.
All right, let's do it.
I say, just the running backs get gross real quick, and that's kind of the thing with FFPC is just like, it's just like, even for 0RB guys, you're just like, ew, I don't really want any of these guys right now.
Yeah. I think they start to get interesting a little bit later.
Yeah.
I don't see Jameson Williams' value here.
Well, that's the guy that I thought you said you didn't want.
Yeah, I just don't want it. I don't know what he brings to this team now.
Right.
Yeah, with all our firepower at wide receiver, I'd have a hard time really just like throwing him in the lineup, unless half of our team got injured. Like, oh well, we could get this Jameson Williams boom week maybe, or
yeah. And like the other question is like, will his like hamstrings made of rubber bands actually survive? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it just doesn't make sense for us as a team.
We don't have to worry about it, right?
Well, there we go.
So who do we want at RB2? That's the issue, is like we're just getting kind of like squeezed a little bit here.
Yeah, can we afford to take somebody who maybe won't play in the early part of the season? Or
so Ressa, this is actually a good point. My only thing about taking Addison, and it makes you feel like there's no reason to take a Leggett or a McMillan or other late shot at wide receiver later. And no, I think we're actually going to take another late shot, but I think we want to try and pivot a little bit into running back and quarterback and probably another tight end before we go into the Leggetts and the McMillans and all the other guys, right? Like I think getting like Addison as like a wide receiver 7 is kind of is nice. You know what I mean? Like you get like it doesn't like preclude you. I'm thinking through actually who, like those guys you mentioned are breakout wide receivers and they should be on your radar, but it doesn't necessarily mean you should be chasing like a year 3 breakout and a guy who's played like 17 snaps in Jameson Williams here, right? Yeah. Or thinking too hard about Romeo Dobbs. Like maybe we don't want a Dontavian Wicks, or maybe we do want a Dontavian Wicks, just given how like.
Well, I mean, the other thing is that because it's not a best ball league, I think the structure matters less, right? Like we might take 2 quarterbacks, but we might take only 1. We don't necessarily need to have like the perfect number of wide receivers and the perfect number of running backs because we're going to be changing that throughout the season. All right, so we've got a bunch of guys in the queue. 2 players that I think are pretty interesting who are both currently on the PUP list. Nick Chubb and TJ Hawkinson are here.
Yeah.
Also, Hasan's guy, Trey Benson. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Nick Chubb would be the interesting pick here.
Yes.
What do you like, Kevin?
As a Cleveland guy, I'd say TJ Hawkinson. But like I don't ever want to doubt Nick Chubb. I mean, the guy's kind of superhuman. So it makes sense that he's probably gonna not be his old self. Like he's still.
I like Hawkinson on this team too because he's someone who later in the season becomes flex worthy. Probably.
Yeah.
You want to take Hawkinson?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I say Nick Chubb, man. Like I say, he's one of those players that's so hard because it's like if you're a Browns fan, we don't have much to cheer about a lot of the time. So when this guy came on, like for years, he's just been like Nick Chubb gets the ball, you just get excited because that's really all you have to be excited about. But like as a fantasy guy, man,
yeah,
it's just
Jerome Ford was still on the board. We didn't even mention him, but is he somebody you're more interested in?
Not necessarily, no.
Yeah, there he goes.
I did want to get your guys' thoughts on why is Jay Benson like really sliding this far?
Yeah, I think it's mostly because
I mean, what changed, right? Like this guy went from like the consensus to like 105, right? It was like in Dynasty drafts, it was like the top 3, and then it was Jonathan Brooks and Brock Bowers. He was like kind of like anywhere between 107 to 109. So like, what changed is my question there, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's a good question. And the best answer I have is just that he hasn't been getting the buzz that all these other players have been getting during, the part of the season when every player is getting pumped.
But like Arizona has like, oh wow, Jaden Daniels and Caleb Williams. I mean, that team's out of fucking ideas, dude. Like your second quarterback before you take your third wide receiver.
It's so weird because it's like a team full of players I really like, but I still don't like the way they do.
I mean, I don't like them together. I mean, I like one. I don't like Zamir White or like.
No.
No, I mean, like, isn't Zamir White like splitting time with Alexander Madison? Hey, Henry, thanks for joining. Right, like it's just one of those things where I mean, I don't know. I don't know why. Oh, there goes Trey Benson.
There goes Benson.
Cool. Yeah. So the big that's sort of like the big issue that I can't square that circle, right? Like with Arizona, like by large, you haven't really heard much, right? Like you think with like Marvin Harrison Jr., you'd be hearing a little bit more. You'd be hearing a little bit more about Kyler's recovery. You'd be hearing a little bit more about I don't know. Like the only guy we're hearing about is fucking Greg Dortch.
I mean, weren't there reports not that long ago that like Connor was the clear number one, and it didn't look very likely that Benson was going to eat into his workload?
People say this like every year.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like cutting through like the BS of early season reports and just kind of like looking at what's likely to happen. Because Connor, I mean, he averages 13 games a season, so I've been banking on Benson at least getting like 3 starts to at least show what he can do. And like I just pulled up the Workout Explorer, and just because I couldn't remember the exact names, but like his high end comps in the Workout Explorer is Adrian Peterson, Breece Hall, Joseph Adai for us old people that remember Joseph Adai, Marshawn Lynch, Rashad White. So need I say any more?
White.
What? Oh, he's a bust then. No, but what I'm trying to say is like they clearly weren't happy with their backfield. That's why they took him so early in the second round, right? They weren't happy with Michael Carter in the offseason as a signing. They didn't want Emari DeMarcado, right? Like they clearly weren't happy with their RB room behind James Conner, right? And James Conner, don't get me wrong, I'm like a James Conner slappy. I'm like a big fan of his. But like I also think that like Trey Benson just sort of sliding to where he is now, like so like I'm out here like victory lapping my Javonte Williams great exposure, but no, I've also got 30% Trey Benson at like I think at an 8th round cost, like so it's like it all kind of washes out.
Yeah, I'm on Benson. I think like I said, I think he's going to get opportunity, and I mean, if his athleticism could come through, I think he's going to kind of at least he could push the timeshare with Connor. And I think that's a likely narrative, I guess.
And I apologize for coughing, guys. As you can tell, I'm a little down with the sickness. Oh wow, Dontavian Wicks. Yeah, that's gonna really tie the room together, dude.
You got to do something at this point if your team.
Well, I mean, this is why you don't draft your second quarterback before some teams have their first. I don't know. Yeah, but we need to there's some like interesting names that we do have in our running back like list, frankly.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of the guy at the top of the queue.
I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of like number 1 and number 2 right now, actually. Really, really big fan.
Yeah, I'm good with either of those picks for sure.
Yeah.
I'll have some. Yeah, I have a question to ask you guys. Once the number 2 guy gets picked, or once
there is one guy. Let me move him up because actually I prefer this guy even above number 2.
Oh,
you guys can reshuffle.
No reshuffling, dude. We got. Woo. Yeah, I mean that's what I was doing. They're on the same page. So what you guys can't see what's happening in the background. I'm gonna let you guys in. I do think that we have some stream. Well, oh my God, we've lost all of our viewers. Blair, we're really in bad shape, dude. We're gonna have a tough year.
It's the slow part of the draft when we've got people taking Dontavian Wicks as their 3rd wide receiver.
There goes our guy.
No.
There goes our guy. We got a few other guys. Now, maybe there's going to be some debate about who this pick should be, but I actually like both the guys at the top of the queue.
Yeah, that's the issue. I do like both the guys at the top of the queue here. I actually got like picks 1, 2, and 3, frankly.
I go down to even 4.
There 5, 6, and 7.
It's a very
why
strong
is this
word.
one adding?
Maybe number 7, but otherwise.
No, I thought you loved number 7.
About 7 years ago.
Really?
Yeah. Could be.
All right.
2015 probably was when he was a rookie. All right, we're on the clock.
I think this is like a pretty easy like weekday pick.
I'm not gonna pound the table because I think the guy I want might come back to us, but I like him better than the guy that's currently second in the queue.
Yeah.
Who?
Okay.
I want to take
go number 2.
Okay.
I'm not a big fan of his, but everybody else seems to like him, and that humility-based drafting is really kicking in because like I'm not seeing something that everybody else is seeing. So,
you want Charbonnet, Hasan?
I'm fine with Charbonnet here.
Would you prefer someone
Zach?
Else?
I think genuinely, I think we got both of them.
Yeah, Charbonnet is he's going a little earlier, so let's take him here, and hopefully we get the other guy coming back.
So like Charbonnet, what makes him interesting is no one really wants to take him, but like I know he's lower on like people's ranks than some of these other guys that we have in the queue, but like I also think I really hope these guys don't start taking some of these other guys in our queue because that would suck.
Yeah.
On the bright side, though,
I would say Charbonnet is just like the next like boring, no frills running back. That's just isn't very exciting to take. But I'm assuming, I mean, a lot of people see a lot of more, I guess more upside in him than I do.
I guess
what I'm actually sorry.
Well, he hasn't been practicing for a while, right? So I guess there might have been a chance that he would keep falling, but maybe not.
I don't think so.
Not worth risking it.
I think there's like a very clear pick on the way back too. I think really any of these guys in our queue are very clear picks. Oh, losing Tyson Chandler there sucked. Why?
Yeah, he's someone that's not really getting a lot of attention, but probably has a decent role this year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I do like Aaron Jones as well.
But I think a lot of people really burned by Aaron Jones last year. They wanted to take him like a running back 6 or running back 5.
He was going in the early 3rd, I think, last year, right?
Nice double tap, dude. Tyler Conklin and Isaiah Likely. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Yeah, Ty Chandler, somebody. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they're at the end of the season if him and Jones are kind of, as far as points go, pretty equal.
Yeah,
I just think like I know last year I looked at Chandler earlier in the offseason. I think he like literally just hit like exactly what his EP was. Like he wasn't like over or under. He's just that dude that's just gets you what. Well, I guess he's more of a big play guy, but like,
are we
Colby aggregate?
Are we Colby Parkinson believers? Hell yeah, we are.
Some of us, I guess.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. We're absolutely. I mean, why not? Like, why do you not want exposure to that offense?
All right.
This one's easy, dude.
I like Jaleel here. What do you guys think?
This is Jaleel.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Let's do it. I guess there are some other names we could talk about, but I think
Ray Davis is also a pretty good pick. Yeah, there's some names that should probably get back to it. There's like 2. The one who's like in a current top end of the queue is pretty good.
Yeah. One of these interesting running backs will get back to us. So let's take Jaleel here and see what happens.
For some reason, my FFPC app is like completely glitched, and it keeps telling me to like draft Devontae Adams, and I'm like, hell yeah, I want Devontae Adams in the 12th round.
I don't know, do you?
Yeah, I do want him in the 12th round. It'll tie the Brock Bowers room together. But yes, Resif, yeah, like Colby Parkinson, like why not, man? Like you want exposure to that offense. We know it's going to be explosive. I mean, like realistically, like that entire offense goes as Stafford goes, unfortunately, right? Like, and as long as Stafford can stay healthy, we're sitting pretty here. So
they made Tyler Higbee a thing, and what's the difference between Tyler Higbee and Colby Parkinson?
I think Colby Parkinson might be significantly less racist, but
I didn't know that Higbee was racist.
Oh, you didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Damn, dude. Yeah, man. Like apparently, he pled guilty to assault. Like he yelled multiple like racial slurs
was this like
against
college.
Yeah, like he beat like a Muslim guy.
Oh, really? I remember.
Yeah.
I guess my old brain, my old age is starting to come in because I'm like, oh yeah, he had something coming out of college that kind of blacklisted him.
Saying ISIS these nuts and go back to your country. To someone who was like from Middle Eastern descent, like he's like yeah, like I would say like Colby Parkinson is significantly less racist, if anything, right? If anything, that makes it better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, now I'm a little more on board with Parkinson, just as like a Higbee fade.
Yeah, exactly.
He's just the winner because the other guy is just such a terrible human being that like this guy, we like him now. He is so much better at baseball. This guy's just
any normal person at the position on that team.
Yeah, that's right. That's right, Resif. I definitely think that like if you're taking Freermuth, I mean like Freermuth at this point is like I regret every pick I've ever made of him because like this fucking 3 tight end set thing is like got me shook. The Komet tier, yeah, and like Blair right here is the Komet whisperer, dude. Like he's the reason we actually shipped our main event last year. We didn't run it back this year. Oh, it's too late to actually run it back now.
Are they not doing slow drafts anymore?
They're not. Is it too late to like ping the ship chasing guys and say, hey, what's up?
It might be. We could
it
try.
It might be too late, dude.
Might be too late. We could try.
It might be too late.
Hex draft for next week, maybe. No promises, listeners or watchers.
Holy shit, dude! An 8-man draft.
Well, that would be Octa draft.
A hex, a 6.
There be enough pixels on the screen to fit us all in?
Well, then you just have to say like the most like outrageous shit too. Man, like Team 4, I don't know what they're doing, but like I mean, Kimani Vidal, sure, why not, dude?
They're winning $1 million, Hasan. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, they're gonna put us little shrimp dicks to shame, man. they just need three wide receivers.
So I have a question for you guys, and it has nothing to do with fantasy football, but like, is there any reason that they spelled vacated wrong, or is it like a play on words? It's VACADED.
Actually, that's a good. I'm actually gonna have to ask
that reference, Hasan.
I think he's throwing us off. He's throwing me off by just me thinking about his name so much that I'm not really paying attention to the draft.
I think we need to ask him, man. Let's go to the chat here.
Do you think he's a young guy or an old guy? Like, is this reference too young for us old guys?
Could be.
Yeah. Hasan's typing in the chat.
How do you guys feel about Ben Sinnott in a managed league this year? I
think we can get him off waivers, if I'm being honest with you.
You guys just went in the 12th round.
Yeah. But he does feel like a guy that might be cut after week 1 if he does nothing.
Which is pretty likely.
Yeah. No. So with Ben Sinnott, like what, like I kind of prefer him so much more in basketball because then he's just a fucking zero on my team, and I'm like I can't do anything about this, and that's it. Like you just locked in and you just pray.
Yeah.
Because they don't have much there outside of Terry McLaurin, and then Jahan Dotson's gone, and Luke McCaffrey. Has Luke McCaffrey been like? I think he was. I gotta check. Was he the one who was? I gotta check. Was he the one? God, I know. One of these like McCaffrey brothers was like bopped using PEDs. Why do I know this stuff and not like the important things in life? Right?
Yeah, I didn't.
Why do I know that like Tyler Higbee is like a racist human being?
Was it Max McCaffrey?
Does TMZ have a fantasy page?
Yeah, they should.
Max,
that's where I get all my fantasy. It's just TMZ fantasy.
That's just what I do. Sorry, guys, I'm not writing any more like well thought out shit. I'm just moving to like various different stadiums with like Brock Purdy. I think this might be where we might need to go quarterback though.
Looking at. I mean,
there's like one clear quarterback,
but
pick.
Okay.
There's one. There's two clear quarterback picks. Actually, now that I'm looking at it in the light of day,
I disagree, but I'll hear your argument.
No, I think there's a very good running back pick here that we need to take.
There's a very good running back pick. I think there's also a decent wide receiver pick that we could consider.
I think we can still win wide receiver given that we had 7.
Yeah, I'm out on the wide receiver.
Okay.
I prefer.
I think
Zalen, who you were looking
was that
at?
the guy who we just?
That was the guy. Yeah,
Braylon Allen. All right. Well, and Judy was the receiver I was talking about.
Well, the running back pick, I think this is the easy one. Like, I think Khalil Herbert is like the clear pick here.
Really?
Yeah, I think we're gonna get a quarterback, one of the two that we like.
We're looking. Yeah, they all the rest pretty much have elite guys after us.
Well, I mean, everybody else is taking the second one. Like the Anthony Richardson guy took Brock Purdy.
I'm just looking around the turn. We got Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Kyler. I don't think any of those guys are.
I don't know what Team 7 did.
Do you guys think there's a difference between these two quarterbacks, or do you not have a preference?
I don't have like a preference between either of them.
I'd say the second guys I'd prefer just for a little more rushing.
I prefer the second. You mean the first guy?
The second guy in our queue. Yeah, second guy in our queue. Sorry.
So you do prefer him 4 seconds?
Yeah.
We're going to get Herbert.
All right, that's fine. Oh, I would take whoever. Yeah, there we go.
Hopefully one of these guys will
So just so you guys know, this is how the sausage is made, as you're seeing it being made.
I mean,
yeah, we're just losing, we're just bleeding viewers, man.
Mm-hmm.
I promise we'll be a little bit sharper. Maybe we'll be sharper. I don't know, man. Gabe Davis.
You can blame it on the new guy. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, the issue was the new guy was not racist enough.
We're in a racial slur point per racial slur league, and he's just not cutting it right now.
Well, if that was what was happening, man, the fucking Higbee 101, baby.
Yeah.
I guess maybe he doesn't do that anymore because he's worried about his career or something. I don't know.
Well,
so, but just from a perspective of okay, Antonio Gibson, I forgot he existed. I am really hoping. So, I mean, if you guys are checking out the board, Liam and Jacob, Ron Stewart had to rewind it in their draft last week. Yeah, that's I don't know. What did they have to rewind?
I don't know what that means.
I mean, they probably had to stop the clock and rewind and stuff.
Oh,
because we've done that before with the Pentagon. But I was wondering what these guys is what did they have to rewind?
We had to do that in a draft where we got
we wanted Kyler. Yeah, we didn't want Kyler. I don't think.
I don't even remember what happened.
I think we were just yelling at each other. Tyler Lockett.
Right.
All right, so we're gonna get one of our. So we're gonna get one of our two. Yeah, it was our fault. We are gonna get one of our two quarterbacks here. Just so you guys know, we are looking at either one of. Well, we're looking at. Well, once this guy picks, I'll let you know. But
we're looking at Matthew Stafford or Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson. No. So we're looking at one of Tua Tagovailoa, or. Come on.
They auto-drafted Mitchell.
No, they auto-drafted Mitchell? All right, yeah. They auto-drafted Elijah Mitchell.
They already had Jordan.
They wanted to draft Justin Fields instead. Oof. Yeah, I feel you. Well, I mean, Russell Wilson played 4 snaps or something, and then they took him off the field. So, that sucks. Arthur Smith, baby.
Mm-hmm.
There goes Elijah Mitchell. All right, so we wanted Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence. I think we take Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, I prefer Lawrence a little bit.
Yeah.
Cool.
So this is sort of this is kind of what we're talking about a little bit with rushing upside because he does have that. I do like his weapons. I really wanted Brian Thomas. He didn't get him. I'm kind of a fan of Christian Kirk this year. Evan Ingram we were discussing earlier.
I even think that Gabe Davis, Lawrence likes to push it down the field, and now he's got 2 of those guys that just, they just go out and it's kind of maligned as Gabe Davis is. He's efficient when he gets targets. He just doesn't get a lot of targets. He just doesn't earn a lot. But...
You also do need a viable deep threat, right? They do need to respect that.
He also fits the 5th-year breakout, changing teams, 21-year-old draft, 21-year-old rookie. So he's a little bit interesting from that perspective. Team 7 with basically, 7 straight running back picks with a little Jordan Love sandwich in there after taking only 4 wide receivers in the first 6 rounds.
Yeah, so Ressa, this is where like it goes back to your point in that like I do think that we're still viable to get McMillan or Leggett. And I'll be honest with you, like the thing with like Xavier Leggett, I was drafting him a lot in Dynasty Leagues because he was just so cheap, dude. So like I hope to God it's gonna work out for him. That would be pretty nice. Like what are all these guys doing? Like taking the second quarterback before we even have our first, right?
Yeah, as far so I was drafting a lot more Leggett than I thought I was going to earlier on the season, and I've since just kind of like totally backed off on him. He's got a great story, though. I mean, not a great story. He's got kind of a sad story that you want to like cheer for him because I think he lost both of his parents while he was still in high school, and
yeah,
good guy. And his accent is so cool, dude.
Yeah. So
he's a fun guy to listen to.
Yeah,
you do like.
I wanted to succeed. Yeah, but I just don't. I don't know. It's just the guys that don't do anything till their 5th year in college, and I mean, I hope him and
Keon Coleman.
Yeah,
him and Keon Coleman. Coleman's the other one who's like a real joy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Coleman actually is only 21, so there's at least a little bit of hope. But the problem is that he was pretty bad at Florida State.
Yeah. I think the Panthers are just really intent on getting that 5th-year option on Leggett's age 32 season, so they really need to make sure they got him that first round.
Did you guys know that like Eric Eager from the now failed PFF is at he's the Carolina Panthers guy now?
No, none of that.
Yeah, he's the front office guy for the Panthers.
Interesting.
The failing Pro Football Focus.
There you go. Make you like the Panthers a little more?
No, it actually makes me want them to lose more.
Can they lose more though?
Enjoying the stream, guys. Team 11 here.
Oh, nice. We thought there was probably a sniper in here.
Yeah, I was saying earlier that you're like
11,
one of my like I was like all about your team, dog.
We were commenting on Team 11 earlier. It's a nice team.
Yeah, it is a nice team. I actually like the value that you got on Gibson as well as like Chandler. Not so sure. I'm not too sure on like Curtis Samuel just because of the turf toe bullshit, but also like that's a phenomenal price on Tyler Lockett.
Yeah, I mean that's a good pick in the 12th.
Yeah, Tyler Lockett
Williams we wanted. Odunze was a guy we wanted.
Yeah,
Odunze was a guy we wanted.
Yeah, Chase Brown was another guy we wanted. Like it's actually frustrating because like Blair actually said he prefers Chase Brown straight up to Ramondre.
Right, and then he got picked.
And then Zach Moss went. So he was like, all right, well, this. All right, I think this is actually Justin Tucker time for us though.
Yeah, we're in the defense and kicker portion of the draft.
The elite defense and kicker, please.
Especially after Leggett goes, and he was kind of the last guy we were talking about. This is just a really flat.
Well,
area. Like there's almost no reason not to pick a kicker here.
Well, like McMillan is also like a guy who we could consider, right? Because like there is no established wide receiver 3 on the Bucs.
I mean, yeah. Although I think he might hang around. Let me just check. He's going in the 17th.
So I'm gonna add another guy on here as like our final pick. Wow, everyone's gonna get mad at me for this one, but it is what it is. Like there's no difference between him and a bunch of these other guys. Ugh, it's just so ugly, dude. Man, so like, what happened with Marvin Mims, dude? Are they going to release him?
What happened with him?
Yeah, well, I mean, what happened with him? Like like all that promise and everything else, and
I think it's just Sean Payton likes big things now, big receivers. I like big guys. We got a lot of size in the room, so the little guys are kind of just getting. I mean, that's all I've heard him say about his receivers. I mean, McMillan just got auto drafted.
Is Sean Payton senile?
Is Sean Payton possibly slow playing everyone?
With Troy Franklin.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
Because I think if you combine Troy Franklin and Marvin Mims' height, you get a 6'6" guy, right?
Actually, Franklin is tall, but
Franklin is tall. Isn't he 6'1" or 6'2", and he's like a string bean,
170 pounds or something. Yeah,
yeah, he's like a string bean.
I don't know.
So he needs to eat Marvin Mims, and then that'll be fine, right?
Which one has more bulk? They can put the other one, put him on his shoulders, and they'll be golden. They'll be the best receiver.
Yeah, he's 6'2", 180 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the rumors that I heard of why he was so light at the combine is because he would had the flu and he dropped it's 10 pounds or something, and then he put it back on. But that's
right. But then he didn't run at his pro day.
After
adding on 10 pounds.
So we want Bucher, right? Oof, man, that team is taking, that's his 8th straight running back, of which I don't understand why Braylon Allen or Jordan Mason or Tank Bigsby make sense for.
All right, I mean,
Ave Maria.
Do we just break the seal on kicker? I don't have the clip, but it is our signature pick.
Yeah, it is our pick.
Let's do it because I don't want.
There's a whole reason. There's a whole reason.
Oh, sorry, Kevin. Didn't even give you a say on that one.
No, I'm okay with it. Yeah, I'm not.
If you've never seen the Ave Maria, apparently Justin Tucker actually is. He has just that.
He's a legit good, opera singer.
He is. I do think there's a handful of very interesting running backs here. There's one wide receiver. I don't know. I don't know. This is very much right at the end of Sweet Child of Mine, where Axl Rose is where do we go now? That's pretty much where we're at, guys.
You already have that guy in.
Yeah. I think because at this point there's 5 guys that you really want, right? And you're just sort of hoping one of those guys makes it to you.
Yeah,
it's getting a little bit thin.
Apologies.
Yeah, it's
apologies.
I've been drafting a lot of the last guy that just got added to the queue. He's somebody that I've been drafting a lot, thinking he's going to have a role.
Yeah, I've been drafting his ass too. He's got
a great nickname. Great nickname. So.
Oh yeah, really? So.
I don't know how you actually spell it, but yeah, if we get there, we'll throw it out there.
Right. He's
that's pretty sick. Rounds. I know who that is.
We got a couple rounds for him.
He's not someone who we want now.
No. I
think now really the question is how much of you guys can actually stomach the number 1 guy in our queue.
I can't do it.
Well, yeah. Were you one of the slappies drafting him in the 2nd round last year?
No, I was happy getting him before.
Well, I mean, Ardrick was
by Chandler last year.
That's a really good Ardrick pick. Team 11. So.
Yeah, he was in. I put him in our queue, even though we have McLaughlin already. I still think that Estime would have been good.
Yeah, the Sean Payton history of having 2 good running. I mean, obviously Javonte is probably the one who's going to be the one who's going to share it with McLaughlin, but it just says as a arbitrage pick on that.
There we go. I knew it.
So again, so I'm good with whoever you guys want to take here because I really was just thinking that I think Madison's kind of a pick here, but it's really early. I'm still getting him in the 20th, or was getting him in the 20th in DK, so I don't know.
What do you think, Kevin? Of the guys in the queue, I actually think the one who's at number 4 is probably my favorite.
That's what I thought you were going to say, yeah.
I
don't know what his normal ADP is, though.
Oh, yeah, he's probably my favorite, too.
You want to just take him? At this point, ADP doesn't matter that much.
Yeah.
Let's get him. Will Shipley join the team? He's normally going Shipley. He's going actually right in the middle of the 16th. So this is a few picks early for him. But
well, honestly, you can't spell ship it without Shipley. So like, I don't know.
There you go. Exactly.
It's I think I was giving you that exact same reasoning like in all the like in the pre-draft underdog that we were doing. It was like every time I take Shipley, I like Bing Blair and I say can't spell ship it without Shipley. And he's like, what are you doing, dude? Your team sucks. How can it suck? It's got Will Shipley on it. Hang on, let me see if I can find one. God, a really good bit would be if this was like a really good team and like it's ruined by like a 9th round Shipley. that would be fucking classic. Let's see. Little board where's my Will Shipley? Where is Shipley? Oh no. Oh, this is actually pretty sick, man. This is like CJ Stroud, Jaden Daniels, Jonathan Taylor, Jalen Warren, Justin Jefferson, Malik Neighbors, Cooper Kupp. Christian Watson. Just remembering the good days. thinking back to all the Will Shipley I didn't draft.
Are you guys cool? Are you guys happy with tight end room if we just trying to roll Bowers for possibly the first six weeks of the season, or are you guys still think we should be adding somebody else?
Yeah, I definitely am good adding another one. Kind of, I think there's a legit question about who, but
yeah, or somebody that could actually
maybe Juwan Johnson.
Maybe this guy who I just added to the queue.
Juwan Johnson, I think.
Not the one I just added. Oh yeah, Johnson. He's kind of interesting.
Yeah. He's one of the guys.
Is he gone?
A lot.
I'm still drafting him. Is he gone?
I am too. Yeah, he is gone. He is. 15, 11.
Yeah, I like Johnson a lot. I was drafting him a ton in the pre-draft stuff, and then
he's even sniping us before we say the guy.
I know. That's actually pretty. That's actually like RotoViz hive mind right there. That's the scary part. Roschon Johnson is a good pick there. It's so sad to see that team with Najee and Brian Robinson and Jerome Ford and Jalen Wright, and Bucky Irving and Braylon Allen and Jordan Mason and Tank Bigsby. Take a defense. Should have kept it rolling, dude. Should have kept it rolling. I dropped a couple of other tight ends into the queue. By the way, just if anyone is wondering about the vacated targets response, he never responded, but someone else in the chat just said, "Hell yeah!" Oh wait, no. I think you know the answer to that, Roto. I also have been receiving a Hawk Tua during this draft. I'm a rascal, man. You'll catch up. Yeah, that's sick. Oh hell yeah!
I don't think we'll catch up. I don't know. It sounds like I just don't get it.
I don't get it. I don't get it, but it's an intentional misspelling, and I respect that. You know. No, actually, Resif, his name on this was Tim. There is no way he's a Cade. So he just said that he's like a rascal. They've also been receiving Hawk Tua during this draft. That's pretty sick, you know. Not gonna lie. You can't be good at fantasy football and you can't be good at getting head, dude. You can't be good at two things at the same time.
I mean, if you can do both while and draft a good team.
He's fucking clearly not drafting a good team.
Okay,
it's why he's fucking auto drafting all these guys, right? Zamir White and like Kamani Vidal, Don Adonai, like you know exactly where he went for those like missed picks. You know exactly where he went for those missed picks. Exactly where he went.
Well, I don't know. I've never called myself a rascal ever in my life, but I really feel like I'm going to start doing that.
I didn't want to ask him like. There's some like really really good questions you can ask if you wanted to like get this guy like as an enemy, but I don't want him as an enemy. He seems like a cool dude.
I know. I'm kind of turned on him after that comment,
you know. So. Hey man, he's talking about getting head on while drafting like a 350 team. That's pretty cool. You know, like I'm not gonna lie. Now he didn't like clarify who he's getting head from or if it's like an animal, I don't know, right? Like we just don't know these things. Yeah, exactly.
He did just draft Carson Steele, so now we really just draft Carson Steele. We got to catch up now. So. Oh my goodness!
But, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna give Timmy Boy the benefit of the doubt. I think he's a rascal. I think we're gonna have a good time with him here in the league.
There's no think about it. He would not say I'm a rascal if he was not a rascal, Hasan. It's
exactly.
It's fact. Exactly. It's objective.
When you are self-describing yourself as a rascal, come on. He could have been like a real piece of shit and said, "No, I'm a bad boy, bad to the bone." Right? No, he calls himself a rascal. That's so cool. I wish I want this guy to be on the stream. I want him to replace me.
Next week we'll
get him on.
But he's just getting added. He's not replacing anybody. We'll just keep adding people till there's no draft boards. It's just all faces.
There you go.
All right. So there is like, again, like I was saying, there's a fucking, hang on. I hate this. I hate being the guy who's gonna have to make this argument. But you know what? If there's a rascal out there, I'll be that rascal. Man, oh god, I can't believe I'm looking at the Vegas Raiders' roster right now. Oh my god, dude, this is like the saddest shit I've ever seen in my life. Zach Gentry's on this team. Holy
I don't even know who that is.
Bro, they have Zamir White, and they have someone called Sincere McCormick.
Yeah.
And then they have someone called Brittain Brown, and they have Amir Abdullah still around.
They also have Dylan Laube, so that's why.
The biggest issue with Dylan Laube is that his accent like totally belies the kind of player that I think he'd be. Right, like you look at him and you think this guy's got like a black accent. He's gonna be fucking cool. I heard him talk the other day, and I'm like, I'm so fucking out, dude. Like this guy sucks. Like he sucks.
We are on the clock. We could take your guy who's at the top of our queue, even though I think that's kind of gross. We could take the top tight end, actually either of the two top tight ends.
I actually kind of like this. I actually like number 7 more than I like number 6. But I like both though. But
either of those guys, I think, probably could go in the next few picks.
Yeah.
Or either of these receivers.
That's the issue. I do think
what do you like, Kevin?
I'm
That's right, Paul. Don't give it away. Don't give it away, Paul. Don't give it away. That's our last
6 seconds.
Pick.
Hurry.
I'm deferring.
Oh
my god.
Is it happening?
It's Gesicki.
Nice. Okay. All right. Okay, cool. Yeah, don't give it away, Paul.
I thought we were about to play to the audience.
I will say though, Paul, I do have a question for you. Drake May or Bo Nix? Actually, there's one other quarterback we could probably take here. That's a good. Well, hey, Team 11, if you're still in the room, Colby Parkinson was our next was the guy we were debating between Mike Gesicki and Colby. So sucks.
I like that pick.
That's a really good pick. Again, and we're also rooting for him because he's a better person than Tyler Higbee.
Less rascal, better person.
Yeah, this is this is what brings people. I used to subscribe to RotoViz back in the day before you learned the future. Damn, man, this Tim guy is so cool.
Before I learned the future.
He's apparently before I learned the future. Yeah, apparently he was a RotoViz sub. So that's pretty sick. You know what? I take it back. This guy's fucking cool. I want him on our show. As long as he brings whoever his partner is on the show too. So the guy who I was trying to like, who's kind of the gross pick, was Alexander Madison right there. Like that's someone who I kind of wanted, just from like a running back perspective. Like he's going to make the team. I don't know what else he gives us beyond actually making the team, right?
We got some wide receivers we could take here. I am kind of okay with anybody in our queue except probably the running back.
Which running back? Oh, those guys are going to be like our final picks, dude. Like,
so they're going in the 18th round.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, of course. I mean, they shouldn't even be going.
But that's the round we're in right now.
Oh, are they? Yeah. Oh.
What do you think, Kevin?
Fancy.
To break the seal, I mean, Yoshi Voss is kind of who I'd be looking at taking right here.
Yeah, Yoshi would be my pick. Yeah.
All right, let's do it. We're going heavy on Cincinnati, even though we did not get Burrow. But that's
we should have taken Burrow then, right? Like, I think this like removes the other two guys from our wide receiver queue.
Yeah.
We do need another running. We do need another quarterback, and so there are a couple. Like, there are like 3 guys who I really like.
I think probably he makes sense. And
really, why? Why does he make sense?
Because he's gonna get touchdowns.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
he kind of makes sense. This guy. Oh, he kind of makes sense. Did it actually work? Sometimes I click add people to the queue and they don't get added. I'm trying to add somebody that won't let me put them in.
Yeah, these are all like definitely not school is vacated. My wife is staring at me and wanting to know why I'm watching guys talk baseball way too loud. Oh, really? Because I'm actually getting texts from my wife saying you're way too loud. If you wake our kid up, I'm gonna murder you on camera. So if in all honesty, you know, if she does kill me, guys, I'd have earned it. Like I'm not gonna lie, right? Like hell hath no fury like waking up your kid and then having to put them back to sleep because man, that is tough.
I just realized why I can't add these guys to my queue. It's because they're already in there. Somebody else did it.
Oh, perfect. All right, so we're back to sharing a brain. We're back, baby. We're perfect. So fucking back. Mm-hmm. So this team now has 3 quarterbacks. They do know this is like a single quarterback league, right?
Teammate.
Yeah.
They got the AJ Brown, Jalen Hurts stack. Tua Raheem Mostert stack. Deshaun Watson, Jerry Jeudy stack.
But why?
Well, yeah, that's a whole different question.
But why?
Why so many stacks?
But why? Yeah, I think there's one other. Is Justin Herbert picked?
Yeah, he went. There he
15th.
is. 15.
There in the 15th. We still do need a defense though.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's wherein lies the problem. Is do you guys feel comfortable with this running back room where you'd want to go grab a second quarterback, or? I mean,
no, I don't think I want a second quarterback. No.
Okay.
You want a running back?
I mean, I think we're a little.
There's only one. I mean, there's like 1 or 2, dude. I don't think Lobby is good, dude. Like, I don't think he's. Like, I'm telling you, man. Just watch him talk in interviews, dude. You would think he starts. Well, he did start his final preseason finale, but like, man,
we're talking about the 19th round here, so you know the options are kind of limited.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, what's the upside case as far as would you guys try to prefer somebody that has like more early season upside so we can plug them in? Because I guess a lot of the plays that, well, I guess between Stevenson and McLaughlin would be a decent starting combo, I would say, to start the season. That's what would be my picks.
Yeah.
And like so would be looking somebody with more early season upside or, you know, down the stretch. That's kind of what I'm debating in my head.
Yeah. I guess I just would. Well, yeah, right. That's a good question. I don't know that there are a lot of guys still on the board who have any early season role to speak of. Yeah. So that's the only thing that makes it difficult. I think there's a chance that Shipley could have a role right out of the gate.
Sorry. Is Keaton Mitchell still out there? No, stop reading LarQ, dude. Yes, he is out there and he's in it. Hacks. These are hacks. I think I actually might prefer Keaton Mitchell to like a lot of these guys. Frankly.
Yeah. Do you guys have any interest
Mitchell's
whatsoever in the guy? The guy that I just added at the bottom, who may be the second running back on his team?
Yeah, I know. I'm with it. I've been seeing it too, but like,
it's kind of gross. But
it is gross.
You know, that's kind of what you're dealing with down here.
That's time to start seeing who we're streaming defenses, right? So.
Yeah, I think one thing that is kind of interesting is that this year there are 2 games before the kind of final Saturday. So we'll get a chance if we pick the right defenses. 2 of them are already gone. 3 of them actually. Maybe all of them. To get to kind of take a look at a defense and see if we want to use them or pick up someone else.
Well,
it would be Baltimore, Kansas City, Philadelphia, and the team
Green
that they
Bay,
play.
right?
Green Bay. That's it. Green Bay is kind of interesting.
I wouldn't mind Green Bay actually.
Green Bay is pretty interesting.
I think we could probably take Keaton Mitchell first, and then take.
Yeah, I mean, Mitchell also gives us that take a peek, but I'm sure the peek is not going to be very useful.
It's not. It's going to be like Lamar and Derrick Henry for a while, dude. But like, it's like, is Keaton Mitchell, has he beaten out Justice Hill?
He's on PUP, so he's probably not even going to play the first few weeks.
Ooh, Keaton Mitchell?
Yeah.
When did that happen? Ugh, all right.
I mean, it's from an injury from last year, I think.
Oh,
still recovering.
God.
From the end of last year.
So you have no interest in Samaje Perine?
I mean, not no interest, but...
Well, I mean, it's also fucking stupid if we were like to build our entire backfield from the Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
It's like the Simpsons clip. Oh, the Denver Broncos.
Do you want to grab defense and then just get whatever running back comes back?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I almost feel like I want to take a quarterback, but yeah, I think it makes sense. Ugh. It sucks. It sucks so much. Kendra Miller is not a thing, right?
We're on the clock.
So, you want to do the take a peek thing with Green Bay?
I mean, I think, yeah, let's just do that because I don't have a strong preference with any of the other guys in the queue.
Yeah, I actually don't care. Maybe we could take Larb.
I would kind of be okay taking another quarterback too.
Yeah, the quarterback names are definitely more. They're better. They're prettier names than the kind of gross ones that we have at running back.
Yeah, the thing is that they're still gonna play and you're still gonna get points. This guy's got 4 quarterbacks. Holy cow!
And I guess to say, as long as we have some sort of, we have a good path for starting running backs for the first week of the season. You never know.
Do we? Yeah, I guess you're plugging like Ramondre and Jaleel. I mean, this team is gonna really suck at running. Like we're really gonna need to be very aggressive on finding running backs because it's not good.
What else is new?
Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna get everything you want, but
running back 2 is overrated.
Yeah,
running back 1's overrated too. We're just lucky. I mean, realistically, running back you just want 18 touches. As your number 1.
Yeah, I mean, I already live in a perpetual state of anxiety, so what's adding some more running back waivers onto it? It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
I stopped living in the anxiety state. Just whatever happens is going to happen. That's
gross pick here. Yeah, that was that guy in our queue. I think we might have mentioned him. Team 11.
Wait, this guy the best RotoViz. Dude, no, I'm playing a team looks like dog shit. No one ever listened to you. Who is this the best?
We are on the clock.
Yeah.
I mean, I moved Bo Nix to the top of the queue, but I'm happy with anything. What do you guys think?
Who is this the best guy? Because I'm really.
I'll tell you in 33 seconds after we pick.
I'm cool with Bo Nix. I mean, Nix is out of all the names that are in the queue. I mean, unless you guys have a preference for Drake May, I'm okay with Nix.
Yeah, I'm fine with May. I'm fine with Nix. I'm fine with Keaton Mitchell. Fine with Geno Smith.
I'd say Nix. Hasan, right. You got any preference?
I don't care. I'm going in on this guy right now, so I don't really care.
We got Bo Nix. The best is Team 8. Wow, nice. Four quarterbacks, all stacked. He got that Mike Williams, Aaron Rodgers stack. That's so important. Okay. The best.
One. I'm hoping that
would you do 4 quarterbacks in this format?
I mean, I just had the same thing.
Elite. The as long as his team name is a nod to the Karate Kid.
Oh no.
Song, like then it's all good. I don't care. He could draft 10.
We got to. We got to start editing your messages before you put them in the chat.
I hope they ban me
as RotoViz.
Whoops. That is the official RotoViz. I hope he complains, dude, because there's only one response to that, and it's like, yeah, he's right. Like,
we need to edit your messages first.
Oh, I don't need another editor. Anyway, so just so you guys know, the guy with 4 quarterbacks is trying to pick on me in the chat, and I call them differently mentally abled. So,
not the official viewpoint of RotoViz,
but it should be an official viewpoint if you do that in a single quarterback league, though.
I mean,
if you're,
I don't disagree about the badness of that strategy.
If you're taking 4 quarterbacks in a single quarterback league, there's 20 picks. Mm-hmm. You're dedicating 20% of your roster to a single one position. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Your mother must have dropped you on your head when you were a child. Right? Like, just saying.
I had a little caveat to that, too, is he also was the second team to pick a quarterback in the whole entire league, too. So, elite quarterback,
Jalen Hurts.
Plus, 4 quarterbacks.
So he's gonna be giving the old Hawk Tua to Team 4 here soon. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh boy.
That's right, boys. Addison versus Dowdle Singletary is probably the spot if you want to feel better about RB2, but Dowdle Singletary feel way more shaky than Addison. Yeah, Resif, that's kind of where, and then I was kind of bummed to not get any of those upside guys that we were discussing earlier, right? So we went with Yoshi. Yoshi's kind of like an easy pick. There's a bunch of other running backs that I think if injuries work out in our favor, we're just gonna have to be opportunistic and earlier than them, right? Like realistically, what we're hoping for is that running back 2 doesn't really matter. Like we're essentially praying for a fucking what is it? White guys who plays in the Miami Dolphins now. The guy who the one that you said was like a 40-year-old CMC Blair. What was his name?
Patrick Laird?
Patrick Laird, that's the one, right? Yeah,
he's on the Bucks now, though.
He's on the Bucks now, right? So we're hoping for a Patrick Laird-ish 8 points.
Is he still on the Bucks?
No, it's the other way around. He's on the Fins now. He was on the Bucks, right? That's when we had him, was when he was a Buck.
No, he started on the Dolphins.
Right. On the Dolphins, and now he's a Buck. Doesn't matter to me.
He's a free agent.
No, he's a free agent. Okay, it's even worse.
He was first on the Dolphins, then he was on the Bucks. Now he's available. Dallas Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so for the audio listeners, this is our team. We're Team 9: Jamar Chase, Puka Nacua, Malik Neighbors, Devonta Smith, George Pickens, Brock Bowers, Jaden Reed, Ramondre Stevenson, Jordan Addison, TJ Hawkinson, Zach Charbonnet, Julian McLaughlin, Khalil Herbert, Trevor Lawrence, Justin Tucker, Will Shipley, Mike Gesicki, Andre Iosefas, Yoshi, Green Bay, and then Bo Nix. Team 11, Fielding Hammonds in the chat is, if you can scroll up. Thank you. Good luck to you too as well. This is a good team. Garrett Wilson, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jalen Waddle, George Kittle, Amari Cooper, Lamar Jackson, Rome Odunze, Chase Brown, Jameson Williams, Devin Singletary, Tyson Chandler, Curtis Samuel, Antonio Gibson, Tyler Lockett, Juwan Johnson, Audric Estime, Colby Parkinson, Cincinnati defense, Jake Elliott, and Samaje Perine. That's another guy who was in our queue. The guy who was
Team 11 got a nice team with a lot of our targets. He was drafting off of our queue as well, I think.
Yeah, I think so. We're gonna have to talk to the FFPC. The guy who said he was a RotoViz listener and was getting head the whole time, and this rascal. Sam Laporta, Travis Kelce, Rashee Rice, Joe Mixon, Xavier Worthy, DeAndre Swift, a bunch of water picks. Zamir White, Jaden Daniels, Tajay Spears, Caleb Williams, Dontavian Wicks, Kimani Vidal, Adonai Mitchell, Michael Wilson, Dallas defense, Roshan Johnson, Carson Steele, Marvin Mims, Younghoe Kim, and DJ Chark. And the guy who thought our team was really bad, and I'm going to read this out as well. AJ Brown, Derrick Henry, Deebo Samuel, DJ Moore, Jalen Hurts, Aaron Jones, Raheem Mostert, Brian Thomas, Austin Eckler, DeAndre Hopkins, Cole Kmet, Mike Williams, Jerry Jeudy, Tua, Jahan Dotson, Adam Thielen, Philadelphia defense, Deshaun Watson, Aaron Rodgers, and Evan McPherson. Anybody else that stands out to you? I think like Team 11 really is a good squad. I think Team 7 went a little bit too hard. This is the guy who took a whole bunch of running backs and then just sort of stopped after his first few.
Yeah, Team 7 started with a nice build. I think I probably wouldn't have taken so many. Like, it's hard to see exactly what Tank Bigsby adds to this team.
Jordan Mason, I don't know.
Jordan Mason, maybe too. I mean, honestly, I like a lot of the later guys better than Brian Robinson. But yeah, that's an interesting build for sure. I think Team 6 is pretty nice. You get a lot of strong receivers to add with Robinson.
Yeah, this is the guy who stacks CJ Stroud with Nico Collins and Stephon Diggs.
Right.
Yeah. He's kind of weak at tight end. I think he's going to struggle a little bit there. Dalton Schultz. Well, I mean, he's like all in on Houston. So if like CJ Stroud doesn't work out, he's up shit creek, dude.
Well, yeah. Took Herbert as well. Just looking at
Kevin, anything here that stands out to you? We've been doing a lot of talking.
I'm asleep, man. I just painted irises on my eyelids. No, I mean, like the stuff that I think about is just because I do so much volume on Underdog, but I prefer FFPC format like across the board. I think FFPC is like much more fun to play with the tight end premium. It's just I'm like, you get such good wide receiver values here that then I look at my running back room and like, even for a 0 RB guy, I'm kind of like, our running backs are kind of don't make me feel great about my teams a lot of the time on here. So I got to be very intentional about making sure that I'm just not grabbing a million wide receivers and like maybe if we would have switched out, maybe like, I don't know who was around George Pickens, nobody worth drafting, but like if we were to get like some sort of like anchor RB-ish at some point, like maybe that would have made me feel a little more comfortable with our RB room, but I don't really know. I mean, I'm happy drafting wide receivers all the time. It's just sometimes just looking at our running back room, it's like we're going to have to do some work, Yeah.
And
that's kind of how I feel about it.
Right.
You guys would
have been reaching for like Aaron Jones there, which I don't think we even would have considered. I mean, it would have been nice if like Tajay Spears had made it to
I think Tajay Spears
or something.
Mm-hmm.
I think
then this team would look quite a bit different.
I think Russ's point is actually well taken in that had we not taken, and even Kevin's, right? If we were not taking George Pickens and taking another one of those running backs, it would have been a little bit different. Mm-hmm. But it's so tough when you're looking at it like that. Like,
yeah, I mean, like I wasn't even considering any of the running backs on the board at that point.
Yeah. Well, I was looking where Kenneth Walker went, and he went like over a round ahead. I was like, "Oh, where'd Kenneth Walker go?" And he was long gone by the time that he was gone before he took Devontae Smith. Yeah.
Just so you guys know, as far as this goes, we received a C+, and our starters are almost the worst in the league. This is according to the Fantasy Pros ranking, right? And the guy who got number 1 was the guy who took 4 quarterbacks, right? So I mean, ideally, you kind of want to be dead,
Quarterbacks score the most points.
I've heard that. No, but like again, from like the position of like us being the one spot paid the RB to actually took Pacheco, but his team ends up pretty good because of it. Even though I don't love Pacheco. Yeah, no, I agree. Like Russ said,
I was going to say that team's not bad.
It's a very good team, and it's why I don't want to like really talk about it because that's a good team. Even though he like faded CMC, right? Like that's still a really good team. What did like maybe taking back George Pickens for like a running back 2, maybe that would have, or running back 1, I guess in that case would have been fine. I do think we got like an absolute steal in Ramondre there, right? Like I think that's like a massive steal. We just need him to stay healthy. I do think that some of these guys are going to get cycled out very soon, right? Like, I don't see how Team 7 can afford to hold on to Jalen Wright, right? Or Bucky Irving or any of these guys, right? Like I think that there's a lot of guys who we're going to see get cycled.
We just need to see Jalen Wright being active like Achane was last year for the first week and watch him drop him and then scoop him up.
There's a lot of people. I mean, I don't understand how that like Keaton Mitchell wound up on that guy's radar or why he did, but like that's a bad for his team. That's not a good pick. Especially featuring Jamal Williams in the 16th, right? Like what's the difference between Keaton Mitchell and Jamal Williams? Like, and he's got good running backs. I mean, like part of the thing is that like this year, like running back is so binary, right? Like it's either you got like this handful of guys who are just going to do it, or like then you got this like everyone's trying to read the tea leaves on who's going to be there. Right? Like it's not.
Right.
But
right.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Very happy we have waivers and that's where it comes in as team management. That's what it comes down to.
Definitely.
I don't think we have
we'll be back next week. Do you want to do another one next week or no?
Yeah, another draft. Yeah, definitely. I think we can talk about that. Maybe we'll
get a guest. Maybe
see if we can get someone to come on and join us and do another draft. That'd be fun.
Maybe save us from ourselves a little bit.
Yeah, right.
Saving us from ourselves action there.
Him and his partner.
That's
his
right.
partner. You're number one on the list, buddy. If you're listening,
that's right. That's right. Vacated targets. It's just gonna be you, dude. All our cameras are gonna be off.
It's gonna be him on camera and someone else off camera for him. Show us how you live.
I want to see the rat. I just like I'm imagining a guy with like fucking like 40s of like gold 45 everywhere, like 30 racks of like Miller High Life. Damn, man, a motorcycle in his house.
Is that what a rascal is?
Yeah,
that's the rascal move. That's right, dude. I'm so hardcore that I sleep my Harley.
There you go.
All right. Any last thoughts before we head out of here?
No, I mean I think this is even with our team being a little bit weak at the RB2 spot. I think I really like how this came together.
I think the one thing that I will say that shook me a little bit is like how early some of these tight ends flew, even for a tight end premium.
Yeah, Laporta at 4 overall is pretty.
That's aggro.
That often.
I like it. It's aggro. Hey, man, the guy's a rascal. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I mean he's not gonna get Laporta on the way back. So if you want him, you gotta take him there.
It's the rascal lifestyle, bro.
There you go. All right, awesome. Well, yeah, definitely. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to like and subscribe and rate and review and all that good stuff. If you're not already subscribed to RotoViz, you can get a 10% discount through the podcast page, I believe, or use the code RV Radio 2024. Does that sound right? I should know. I should know.
Yeah. And just remember to keep living your rascal lives, guys. We've only got 2. Just imagine, guys, in exactly 2 weeks, you're going to see us on screen weeping because we're getting our shit pushed in because all our teams are dead.
Oh no, we're not. By week 1, you think we'll already be saying that?
Give
us a few weeks.
It gets earlier and earlier every year, dude.
Yeah, you're right.
Although knock on
week.
wood, knock on wood, none of our major guys get hurt. I'm really hoping for like a clean injury-free season, and I'm just excited for this to happen, man. It always feels like this is the time of year where people start getting a little stir crazy, and we just need the games, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We'll be here before you know it.
Oh, I can't wait, bros.
All right. Well, thanks again, everyone, for tuning in. Make sure to check out all of the work going up on RotoViz right now. We got a ton of great articles up there. Kevin is plugging away with an article pretty much every day, so make sure to check out his awesome work. And I've got more stuff coming. Sean's writing all the time, so now is definitely the time to subscribe if you're not already. And we will talk to you next week.
Peace.